In any normal year, competitive League of Legends fans would have spent the last couple of weeks enjoying the spectacle of the mid-season invitational. 12 #1 teams representing 12 regions fighting it out to take an international trophy. It's no Worlds, but it is one of only 2 major international trophies up for grabs in the League of Legends esports scene. G2 Esports were scheduled to defend their title, coming up against a 15-1 Cloud9 from the LCS, a JD Gaming that had just 3-0'd the reigning world champions FPX in the LPL, and of course, Faker's SKT T1 looking to grab its 7th international title. But this isn't a normal year. Unforeseen circumstances have canceled MSI for 2020, so we decided to take a look at some of the best individual plays from MSI's gone by. Fresh off of a dominating debut spring split with G2 Esports, Caps went into MSI 2019 with the aim of taking both himself and G2 one step further than they had ever been in international competition. Caps having tasted defeat in the finals at Worlds 2018, and G2 falling at the same stage a year earlier. In Game 3 of the MSI Grand Final, G2 held a strong 2-0 lead on the series, but only a marginal lead in the game. Against fellow Dane Jensen in the mid lane, Caps had started to ramp up the aggression, his Aurelia proving dangerous against Jensen's Syndra, but Team Liquid had a plan to shut him down.
This is a possible point for them to get kills. Xmithie is here.
Find a bit of damage. Cap's still not choosing to go forward there. They don't find this opening as that minion walks up. It might reveal his location. Xmithie trying to hide away.
They still don't have the cooldown on Syndra's ult back up.
They might try for the attempt right here if he can find the QE. Nice juke by Cap, but will be hit a little bit. Nice double stun comes in. Ult comes in as well. He's got a lot of a playground to play around with. They find that first stun. They find some damage, but Ignite means he will get the solo kill, the 1v2. And Caps tries in for Jensen. And here comes Mickey! G2 slaughtering Team Liquid!
Jensen, he goes for comfort with the Syndra. Team Liquid try to play through mid lane, but they cannot lock down Caps. The beautiful sidestep to dodge the stun, getting the double stun for himself, and then throwing out the ultimate to get multiple procs of the Q, enable him to get what was a beautiful outplay.
Yeah, Caps absolutely insane here, using the mobility of Aurelia, and they pick up the second kill onto Jensen.
Another big play in another MSI Grand Final. This time, we're taking it all the way back to 2015 and the first ever mid-season invitational, after the tournament replaced the usual all-star event that took place mid-season. The first final was contested by SK Telecom T1 from the LCK and EDG from the LPL. Early on in Game 1, with SKT holding a slight lead, the South Korean side looked to increase their lead with a dive on EDG top laner, Koro1. On Gnar, Koro1 had earned a kill over Marin's Maokai, and SKT wanted to shut him down for good. Unfortunately for them, Koro1 had no intentions of going down easily.
Now we can play aggressive in another lane because we can roam before they can on the bottom side. That's why they went for the dive, got the kill safely. Bengi, he's waiting in the bush here.
How long is he gonna wait?
He's going in now. He's waiting for some more support. Wolf is coming as well.
Wolf should be able to get there in time. Very nicely done. Crowd control a bit stacked there, giving Koro time to move right away. But Wolf has the rest to finish this off. The wallop keeps him in place. Nobody else is roaming up here, and EDG's not able to get live with anything. Koro running out, dodges the boomerang back, and gets himself a kill.
Koro was actually waiting on his Gnar ultimate. It was down at the beginning of this, and he just gets enough CC, jumps away the instant Bengi goes down. The flash is already burned beforehand, and then he gets knocked back, but it doesn't end there for Fischio.
So Wolf coming in here. Remember, Koro has so much magic resist, and all the damage here is magic-based onto him. So in the end, also with the ulti, he stays alive, and now he's just keeping the distance. Wolf will use Tippers, just missing.
And flash.
And he gets the boomerang.
Wolf just had a terrible day right there.
Another early appearance for Caps, this time joined by G2's other eccentric solo laner, Wonder, as the two go for a stroll into the Baron Pit and find themselves 4 kills and a memorable steal at MSI 2019 against Flash Wolves. G2 initiate a dive in the mid lane that very quickly turns against them. Perkz, Mickey X, and jungler Jankos all fall in the resulting melee, leaving Baron Nashor open to Flash Wolves, or so they thought.
And the MVPs at G2, Caps and Wonder must do the work.
There's no ultimate for Wonder, so this is going to be hard.
He's going to try the dunk going forward towards how to be really good damage. Zyra staying alive, finds the root, flashing back to the pit. All they do is make this fight.
Oh no!
The smite is early. A kill comes through as well. Make it a second. The solo laners do absolutely everything for G2.
Such a huge outplay there. You know, 4 rather in the mid lane, but then once again at the Baron, that ultimate 43 health left. Caps is able to get it with the AoE, and then look how he survived with sub 3-digit HP. They finish off all of the kills in addition to stealing Baron.
Flash Wolves and their Baron misfortunes make up at least 2 places on this list. But if losing Baron in a 4v2 isn't bad enough, how about losing it to an Ivern? Just 3 days after the Caps and Wonder steal, Flash Wolves faced off against Invictus Gaming. Holding a minor lead, the team once again found themselves in a strong Baron position, with only jungler Ning alive on Invictus Gaming. But like so many in solo queue, Flash Wolves underestimate the power of old Daisy.
Cassiopeia absolutely gonna shred this. They kept up one of their consistent damage members. Baron has started, and here's Ning trying to stop it.
Oh, potential hero moment for Ning. Potential embarrassment coming in for Boogie. He's been here before. The pressure to smite secure this. IG, this is the most contested they can muster. Now a TP coming in as
Hanabi
well.
might die.
Hanabi taking so much damage, forced to smite the Baron here. Boogie now in trouble as well. Can they secure it? They're shut down. The Baron going to fall to IG. Absolute disaster for the Flash Wolves.
And let's watch this one more time. I mean, they're slowly just getting knocked down. The back spikes are hitting onto Hanabi, taking additional damage because he is behind that Baron. And look at Rather and Hanabi getting chipped away at by this Daisy and by the Ivern. They just wait so long to ever really turn and try to make a move.
It's just they weren't making a decision as a team. 3 different people were kind of annoyed by the Daisy and trying to take the Baron. And unfortunately, that just allows Ning to micro around Daisy.
Before Caps, before Perkz, and before myriad other EU mid lane prospects, there was Febiven. And in 2015, oh boy, did he announce himself to the world in style. In his debut season with Fnatic and at his first international event, the first ever MSI, Febiven found himself up against the greatest of all time, SKT's Faker, in his prime. With the series tied at 1 apiece, Febiven flouted his confidence with a Zed pick into Faker's Azir. 10 minutes later, Faker was dead.
The jungle not as fruitful.
And there's the death mark coming in.
And will it be enough? The pop and the ignites! Febiven 1v1's Faker.
Wow.
Again, against an aggressive pick-making team, Faker eats 2 shurikens. The knockup is interrupted as Febiven materializes. Ignite, plus 1 more. That is 2 1v1s in a game. And there's this 1v1. This is what you asked for, Kobe.
Well, I was thinking a face cam, so we can actually see his reaction after he gets the full range shuriken to land on Faker and get another kill.
G2 are back on the list, but this time, it's Perkz and not Caps making the big plays on an international stage. At MSI 2017, G2 found themselves down 1-2 in the group stage, teetering on the edge of elimination. In a crucial game where the team was down to Gigabyte Marines, Perkz went for a risky Baron steal attempt.
Perkz can try something.
As his ulti, From the Waters is in, it's on to Slay. Should be able to bounce back around. He's going to take 1, but that's a 1-4-1. Here come the big damage, boys. Oh, no, the double kill onto the board, and Perkz gets out alive. Are you kidding me?
Slay, even with the flash, gets executed. The AP Fizz is so strong, and the fact that he's able to get out, pick up a second kill, and avoid the Grave Assault is nuts.
G2 turned the game around largely off the back of Perkz' Fizz, and the double kill certainly helped, turning his score from 2-1 to 4-1. If anyone tries to tell you that supports can't influence a game, you just have to show them Wolf's iconic teamfight engage on Zyra back in the 2017 MSI Grand Final. SKT were up against G2 Esports, tied in the series, and in a close third game. With G2 barreling down mid lane, looking for a fight, Wolf saw his opportunity, and he took it.
Got both of them, and now both solo laners are coming towards the mid lane. There's the flash!
Wolf with a giant knock. It's going to find 3 with the ultimate. Equalizer on top, and Perkz is down. 1-0 with no shockwave. A trade only on a support, and Sven not going to make it much longer as well. The chase is in. Look at the beautiful plays out of Faker, crushing the backline by himself. Applause all around.
They think we're spotting the guys coming from the side, but this engage is insane.
God. Wolf gets all 3 members, both of the primary carries, absolutely annihilated before Faker even gets there. Hooney had a great equalizer on top of the lines there. That was just beautiful.
This play is often brought up as one of the best support plays of all time, and undoubtedly formed a large part of Wolf's legacy as an SKT player. Staying in 2017, World Elite top laner 957 looked as though he was staring down the barrel on Kled when 3 Flash Wolves players set out to end his split push in the bottom lane.
Flash Wolves were somewhat opposite in styles, in terms of their approach. And we'll expand on that in a moment because now 957 gets jumped on in a 3v1. He's got GA. I don't think he's going to be able to survive this one. There's no support from the rest of the team.
But what about Baron right now? Because W, they're running straight forward here. Kaza is near the Baron, trying to make it, maybe make a steal. Oh, he gets started!
957 manages to survive a few seconds longer. He's running for his life. The big vision is coming down. The crab, 957, run, man, run! He gets away!
The icing on the cake being that his team was taking Baron the entire time. A successful distraction on all accounts. While this list thus far has been focused on individual moments of brilliance, there is one particular overall performance that cannot be ignored. In 2017, SKT were the team to beat, having secured a nearly unbeaten domestic season and a dominant first week at MSI. Jungler Peanut was a key component to their success, and showcased his ability with an unforgettable Lee Sin performance against Gigabyte Marines. The South Korean jungler took over the game entirely, and secured himself 14 kills in just 12 minutes. The annihilation started with a bottom side tower dive just 3 minutes into the game. Peanut would go on to secure a delayed triple kill in the top lane a couple minutes later, before finding a kill on the opposition mid laner shortly thereafter. This ensured that Peanut had gotten a kill on every single member of Gigabyte Marines after just 6.5 minutes of game time. The kills eventually slowed, and Peanut did fall during the game, but finished with an impressive 15-2 record. For the honorable mention, we're going to highlight Levi's Quadra kill at MSI 2017. There isn't a lot more that's aesthetically pleasing than a Kha'Zix multi-kill, and this is no exception. The reason we're only including it as an honorable mention is slightly because Archie stole the penta, but mainly because Gigabyte Marines held an almost insurmountable lead at the time, with World Elite just barely holding on to survival.
There they go. She is on the outside, but Stark plays frontline.
Here we go, stun onto Mystic. There comes the dog pile. He's deleted immediately. 2 for 0. There's nothing else to do. Archie gonna stay alive for a bit longer. 9-5 seconds. It's only Chie. That is it. The 4-5-way tie for second.
His only appearance on this list thus far has been getting solo killed by someone else. But did you really think that we're gonna do the GOAT dirty like that? Number 1 on our list is, of course, SKT's Faker. At MSI 2019, in a semi-final against G2 Esports, Faker pulled off an iconic Gnar ultimate, while not even playing Gnar.
Here comes Wonder. He eats an enchanted crystal arrow to the face, and Faker's been able to join the fray. 5 members of G2 trying to push forward, but the minion wave is getting obliterated. Oh! Massive! Manages to steal the Gnar. Faker turns around. He hijacks G2's chances. Listen to that crowd as SKT turn it around.
So re-engage starts, you think, okay, we're just going to back away from here, no harm, no foul. Faker hasn't hijacked an ability just yet. Sees Wander, rolls in, 5-man Gnar ultimate. It doesn't win them the game, but I'm sure we'll track back if SKT take down the series 3-1, and remember that Faker play.
Although they would eventually go on to lose the series, no one can deny that this is one of the most impressive uses of a Sylas ult steal in the history of competitive League of Legends. That's all we have for you guys today. While it's a shame that we had to miss out on what would have been a fantastic tournament, it helps that we're able to go back and remember some of those classic moments. And for our question of the day, what is your favorite mid-season invitational moment? Let us know in the comments below. For me, I'll never forget Xmithy on CLG using Kindred to bait out Baron smites and save the objective for his team, which allowed Counterlogic Gaming to go incredibly far in the tournament. I remember it changed a little bit of the meta too, and other teams were catching on and started either banning or picking Kindred themselves to try and replicate that moment. I know that the Xmithy is already labeled as something where you miss a Sejuani ultimate, but in my mind, if we had a positive one, this would be the Xmithy. Like I said, leave your moments down in the comments below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to keep up to date with our daily video releases. Make sure to check out ProGuides.com if you're looking to improve your gameplay, and until next time, best of luck on the Rift, Summoners.